Hi Flosstube, it's Jeannie again, and this is my roundup for January of 2025, and I'm sorry to say I don't have very much to show you, although today I do have some relatively fun haul, and I also have some story time. I had what I would consider to be a cross-stitch emergency slash tragedy, and so I wanted to talk to you about that and about what happened with that. And I also have a question for you all, for you pattern keeper users out there, and I guess I'll just start with that. My pattern keeper on my Samsung tablet, I'm getting an error. It won't open. It keeps saying it has stopped running, and I don't know what to do about it because if you go to the app, there's no like way to contact anybody, and I don't want to just uninstall it and reinstall it because I'll lose everything that I have in there saved. So if anybody is watching this, is a pattern keeper user, oh no baby, don't eat that please, is a pattern keeper user and knows how to troubleshoot when the app isn't working. This is the first time I've ever used an app like this. This might be the first app I've ever paid for, and I don't know what you do if there's a problem with it. So anyway, I haven't seen anything on if I go to the app page on like contact information or customer service or anything like that. So if anybody knows, please let me know. I hate to lose my patterns that are in there and my also my the work that I've done on some of my full coverages. So anyway, would love some advice on that. And let's go ahead and go my whips. I haven't been working on very much, you guys, and like I said, I fear that my floss tubes are going to be pretty boring for the next 6 months, simply because I'm under a timeline to get some things finished, which I talked about in my end of the year floss tube. But I did work a little bit on a few of my whips. One of my whips that is on a timeline I didn't work on at all, so I need to get on it. And I think I need to quit making plans because I keep failing at my plans. But anyway, so as far as, when I do have a new start too, and like I said, I have some pretty fun haul. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, but start with my whips. This is the birth sampler that I'm doing for my niece, who is due with baby girl in June. And so I started this, and I'm really happy with it. I did swap out the fabric. It came with an off-white 14 count Aida. I swapped it to a pink opalescent. It's blush. I think it's Picture This Plus, or maybe it's just Weigart blush. And like I said, it's sparkly, and so it's a really super duper soft pink. And this is a 32 count, so it's coming out a little bit smaller, which is absolutely fine. But and this is a pattern from 1998. Oh, kitty. This is a pattern or a kit from 1998, so it is really heavy on the back stitch, like a lot of those patterns in the 90s were. But it's coming out really cute, and I actually already know her name, so once I get to the back stitching, I can put her name in, and then I'll just have to wait for the date that she's born. But anyway, so that is my my progress on that, and I am really enjoying this. I decided to sort of work it from the Daddy Bunny forward, and then once I get all that done, I may save the back stitching until the back, or I might just do even all the back stitching, and then I'm going to do the Mommy Bunny back. And I just started working on the ground. I'm really I don't even know if you can see that on the video, but there's like a kitty. He's biting my pattern here, or my cover sheet, but there are half stitches in the background that are light pink and off-white, and I don't think I'm going to put those in because I want the sparkly fabric to show. So, but I am of course going to put the ground in. So that, and I will probably change, this shows the baby's name in blue, because it did come with this really 90s blue spotted mat. I'm not going to use that, I don't think, and I think I'm going to put her name in kind of the darker pink. So but anyway, so that is where I'm at on that, and I put a little bit of work into it, not a ton. And then this one was supposed to be my strand of the day or strand a day project. And you guys, I just haven't done a strand a day. You know, I probably got 5 days in and then I blew it. So, anyway, but this is Long Dog Samplers Fish and Chips, a very popular one, and I'm doing it the opposite. It's blue fabric. The sample is blue fabric with off-white stitching. I am doing it the opposite with off-white fabric and variegated blue stitching. And so I did put a few strands in, but I'm still working on that ding dang first border. So, and I promised myself I'd get the border done first because I wanted to make sure it matches up and everything before I start on the fun stuff in the center. So, but the variegation's really pretty. I love the floss I'm using for this. And like I said, it's a fail on a total fail on the strand a day, but maybe I'll try to pick it up again too. But anyway, but I do love this, and this one is on, oh my, my needle minder is stuck to the hoop on the bottom. But this one is, oh, I forget what I was going to say. Oh, it's on linen. I think it's 32 count, or no, it's 36 count, just Zweigart off-white. Then my new start, and my cat, if you can see him, you guys, he loves these thread peel things, so he's trying to bite them off my fabric here. But I'm doing a stitch along. Oh gosh, you guys, I forget what it's called. It's with the Felt Fairy and Calico Whimsy. What is it? I think it's the Floss and Felt Sal, or the I'll put it in the show notes, but the idea was to do a cross stitch, or what are these? You know, this, oh my gosh, a Mill Hill Halloween pattern, and then to do a Christmas felt pattern. And so I wanted to get started for the Sal in January, so I did, but I have a very measly start on this. And this, I swapped out the paper, the perforated paper, for fabric. So this is my Halloween pattern, and I have a big piece of fabric I'm using. This is Bestitch Me hand-dyed 32 count Lugana in Gray Magic, and so it's a mottled purpley gray. And I'm doing oh, I don't want him to, oh kitty, please don't pick my fabric. Here baby, here, you want to get that? You want that? Go get it. Sorry about that. He was going to pick my fabric, which is all I need. But I have a big piece of fabric here. This is a fat quarter because I am going to do 3 of these patterns on one piece of fabric. So, and so I started in the middle, and this is the one I'm doing for the stitch along. So, and I'm going to have houses on either end, so it looks like the little kitties are trick-or-treating between houses. But like I said, measly start, simply because I wanted to start for the Sal, and I haven't started the felt kit yet. I really need to do that, but that sort of feeds in, you guys, to my my cross stitch tragedy. The kitty that you always see in the videos, it's my pistachio, my gray and white boy. He was acting weird right before Christmas, and I thought there had been an altercation with a cat outside. Our cats don't go outside, but there has been what I think is a stray cat that's been hanging out, and Pistachio's brother, Cashew, they try to fight kind of through our sliding glass door in our bedroom. And I mean, they have been some big fights, and it's been kind of one of those things where if Cashew can't get to the cat on the patio, which he cannot because he's indoors and the other cat's outdoors, he actually turned on his brother and really kind of beat his brother up one day. So, and that was happening, oh, it happened at least 3 times. And it had happened the morning that I noticed that Pistachio was acting weird. And so I thought he just got hurt in that fight. And I really, you guys, I thought that he maybe had like a kitty concussion. He was kind of gagging and drooling, but he was also just seemed kind of dazed. And there was no marks on him. He didn't have any bloody marks, you know, or anything like that. And so of course we took him to the vet, the emergency vet. It was actually on Christmas Eve. And he wouldn't let the vet really look at him, and he seemed to be doing a little bit better. He was eating and drinking a little bit. And so we would have had to do a sedated exam on him. And because by the time we took him, because this was 2 or 3 days after the altercation that we took him to the vet, and he seemed to be doing a little bit better. Well, you guys, 2 weeks later, he actually had like his neck blew out. He had a wound in his neck that was draining. And so of course I rushed him back to, even though he seemed to be acting a little bit better, I rushed him back to the emergency vet. They did an exam under sedation, and guess what he did? He ate a needle with a threaded needle. So, and he does love thread, and so he was probably eating the thread or going for the thread, and you guys, he swallowed a needle that got caught in his throat that abscessed, and then he had a blowout in his neck. And it makes me just puddle up thinking about it, because I just think, gosh, if I had had the vet do that sedated exam on Christmas Eve, I could have saved him probably from that infection. But like I said, you know, we thought it was an injury from that fight, and oh, you guys, it was terrible. So anyway, he is on the mend. They were able to remove the needle. Of course, he got a bunch of antibiotics. We've been doing infrared treatments on his neck, and he's doing much better. The prognosis is good, except for if that fissure or that tract from the infection to the outside of his skin, sometimes those don't always heal, and they require a surgical repair. So we'll know that if he gets another infection that he needs surgery. But I wanted to tell you, you just warn I know so many of us have cats, and my cats are weird, you guys. They love to eat thread. They like to lick, they have what we call in the nursing world pica, where they like to eat stuff that's not food. So they like to lick, they like to chew plastic, they like to lick adhesive. They're really weird. My gray boys are. Our calico girl doesn't do that. But if you have a cat that's interested at all in your stitching, just be so careful with your needles. It was terrible. I felt like the worst cat mom in the world. But that was my cross stitch tragedy, and it was awful, and I still have mountains of guilt from it, although I'm just so glad. And of course, $2,000 later, he's doing better. So anyway, so that is my tale of woe. Just FYI on that. So let's move on to something a little, and there he is. And like I said, he's back to his ornery self, but oh my gosh, you guys, it was terrible. So anyway, you can still see where he was shaved. His little neck is shaved, and he had where they did his little IV, because he had to be sedated, and his inner thigh, that's also still, that hair's growing back in. But anyway, let's move on to something a little bit more fun. Here, baby, you want this one? Let's go. Here, you want it? So, and I don't mind taking my thread peels off of that because I got something new. Those weren't working that great to call that fabric. So, but so that gets me into my haul. Let's talk about, I have one little piece of Stitchy kindness. My Stitchy buddy, she's mainly a quilter, but I've gotten her into stitching, and I could take this out of the package, but she had bought this Carriage House, I think is it Carriage House or Cottage Garden Samplings. She bought the House series, and she accidentally bought 2 of number 11, the Fabulous House series of the Haunted House, and so she gave it to me. So I have this one. I think it's really cute. So I'm looking forward to stitching that up at some point. No plans to start it anytime soon, but that was my little piece of Stitchy kindness that she shared with me, which was so good. And then also in terms of those, I talked about those thread peels. And like I said, I'm not really thrilled about how they're working out with this wad of fabric. So I invested in some of these magnetic cable ties. And so I just got these off of Amazon. And so these aren't very expensive, and hopefully they'll do a better job than the thread peels do. So I got a package of those. I haven't tried them yet, but maybe I'll do that after this video. So I got those. And then I also, you guys, I got a few things from, we got a Daiso. And most of what I got was for paper crafting, but I thought there were a few things there that I thought would be fun for, or might be useful for paper crafting as well. So they have all kinds of really cool containers. And if you don't have a Daiso, if you don't know what it is, it's like a Japanese themed dollar store. And most things in the store are $1.75. And then there are things that are more expensive, and those are marked that way. But one of the things I found was this cool, I thought was a really cool case. It's about maybe an inch or 3/4 of an inch thick, and it opens up like this. And I thought this might be nice if you needed a hard case to store fabric in. I thought it would be good for paper crafting as well. But so that was one of the things. Kitty, you need to get down, lovey. Go play with that thread peel. But so I got this case. I also, they had these A4 vinyl mesh cases for $1.75. And while these are cheaper, it's really cheaper, you guys, to buy these on Amazon probably in packs. This one feels like better quality. It's like the mesh is there, but you can't feel it. So the vinyl is thicker. It doesn't have those little the little pulls on them, but it does feel like it's nice quality, and they came in all kinds of colors. I just grabbed one that was yellow, but it does feel, they're very slippery, but it does feel like a nice bag if you're in a pinch and you have a Daiso and you need one of these 8.5 by 11 mesh bags. That was a pretty nice find. And then I also got, like I said, most of this is paper crafting because they have lots of stickers and paper, but they do have needles and crafty stuff. But they also had these really cute little scissors that were a cat. So, and these were $1.75. Let's look at them and see what they look like on the inside. See if I can get them out. So, yeah, just little. So they're just little, almost like little safety snips. Oh, and it looks like it's got a magnet on the back. So that's handy. You could magnetize it to maybe your refrigerator or your needle minder or something like that. So I just thought those were cute. I don't know how sharp they are. I haven't used them yet, but I thought those were cute. The rest of the stuff in this bag are for paper crafting, so I'll probably show those in a paper crafting video. I also got the latest Just Cross Stitcher or Just Cross Stitch magazine. So I haven't even, you can see I don't even have it out of the plastic yet, but I'm looking forward to, and I'm just covering my address here, but I'm looking forward to taking a look at that. I might sit outside today in the sunshine and take a peek at that. But and just as a fun aside, if you watch Amy Loves Toads, she was the model stitcher for these patterns on the cover, which I think is super fun. I love her channel. So she's a fun one to watch if you are looking for another paper crafter to watch, or paper crafter, cross stitcher. I also got my my January fabric from Bestitch Me, and I switched, you guys, this year I had been doing 32 count of the Mix Club in Lugana, and this year I'm doing the Color Club in Opalescent, and I'm also doing 36 count linen. And so isn't this pretty? This one's called Punch, and it is, like I said, a crystal linen 36 count, and it looks like it's Weigart. So, but super, super pretty, kind of dark, almost like an orangey pink color. Very, very pretty. So I got that. And then I also, let's see, from Amazon, I got a couple of kits. I got this Dimensions kit with the, sorry about the glare, with the beach chairs on it, and it's a really, really pretty kit. And you guys, this last time when I bought this, it was $8.50. It's 14 count Ada, and it's like 14 by 7, so it's kind of an odd, more of an odd size, but $8.50. I mean, I couldn't believe how cheap it was, and I love anything that's the beach, so I couldn't resist it. It came up in my feed. I might swap out the fabric, or I might not. But just FYI, I don't know if it's still that cheap, but just FYI, if you like this kit, you might go check on Amazon because it was a deal. And then I also got this. This also was discounted. I think it was about $31, and this was Cabin Fever. And I was watching somebody do a kit parade, and this came up. It might have been Fiber Arts Amy. I'm not sure, but I did. This one it's very detailed, but it's so pretty. So lots of details in it. So I went ahead and picked that up. And then I also placed an order at 123 Stitch. You guys, I've been befriending, I'm such a weirdo, I've been befriending crows, and so I wanted a crow pattern. By befriending crows, I mean I have a murder of crows that lives around my house, and so I've been giving them peanuts. But I saw somebody share this Prairie Schooler pattern, and it was just what I was looking for, so I especially like the smaller one. This one's called As the Crow Flies. I mean, they're both cute, but I was really interested in this one. And I decided to grab that. And then while I was on there, I also grabbed another Mereshka kit. I've been really wanting to stitch a little fawn, and I just thought this one was pretty. I've been really attracted to flowers with blue in them. So, and they this is a series. Let me see if I can show you the back. Mereshka sometimes, oh, it doesn't have the patterns on it, but this one has, it looks like 18 count, like Rustico, Ada. But I know there's an owl and a fox that are all kind of similar to this. I don't know if I'll do all of them, but this one's called Little Fawn. So I grabbed that. So that, you guys, is everything, I think. I hope you're all having a good stitchy year so far. And I'll be back at the end of the month, hopefully with a little bit more exciting, progress. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.